Hi, my name is Wilx, and I'm back. Well, I'm back part-time at least. I had to do a lot of studying for my new job and didn't have time to make videos for the last few months. I won't be able to make videos as often as I did when I was doing this full-time, but at least I'll be making them on a regular basis again. Now, I felt like I waited too long to continue with my Kappa mode playthrough. Most of my fan base has already moved on from that. And Project Ozone 3 won't be out for a while yet. So I was looking for a new pack to play. Something fun, something interesting, something difficult enough to benefit from my ability to explain complex things in a way that anyone can understand. Age of Engineering is a tech-based mod pack made by Dave Quist. It looks like he put a lot of time and effort into making a really good pack. Now, I didn't used to like IC2, and I nearly avoided the pack because it had it in there, and it was kind of an important part, not the only part, but kind of important to progression. Then I asked myself, why don't I like IC2? What about it bothers me? Like, I really enjoyed Project Ozone 2 in Kappa mode and Titan mode, and there you had very difficult recipes and everything was gated, etc. So what is it about IC2 that I don't like? Because that's not it. And I finally figured it out. Every time I've played with IC2 before, I've never been able to find the information I was looking for on the net. Yes, you can find the basics out there, but I like to get into the real minutiae and know exactly what's going on and how everything fits together and get all the details on it. And I can never find the information that I was looking for. And that would piss me off no end and eventually get frustrated and quit using the pack. But then I thought about it for a second. Well, hold on. This pack looks like it could be a lot of fun. And if it's a pack where people are going to need my help, because a lot of the stuff in it's not going to be totally intuitive, then that's the perfect type of pack for me to be teaching people. So I decided to give it a try. Now, I know the basics of IC2, and I study pretty hard, but I don't claim to be an expert in it. But hopefully that means I'll be better explaining things that confused me at first, because I won't be so far past them that I don't realize what stumped me in the beginning. But that's enough talk. Let's get started here. So it's on 10.2. I had to upgrade the RAM in my computer from 8 gig to 16 gig. When I started it up in the default memory settings, it was only getting 30 FPS when I was trying to record, which isn't acceptable. So I had to go into Twitch, into the mod, into options, and change the memory configuration in there. So I slid it up from the default to 12 gigabytes. I don't know if I need that much, but when I got in and tried it at 12, I was getting like 500 FPS when I was playing on my own. When I'm recording, it's always at 60 FPS because that's what I record at, so I keep them both the same. And it's engineering, Age of Engineering 1.0, so I assume that means it's no longer beta. And let's get started here. So single player, create new world, more world options. I'm going to use a seed of Wilx 1. I tried Wilx that put me underwater, so I didn't like it, so I'm going to use Wilx 1. It seemed like an okay start. If you want everything to be in the same place as where it is for me, so you can follow along, have the same advantages and disadvantages that I do, then use that seed. But it's not critical by any means. I'm going to allow cheats on so I can do some testing, and I'll put the bonus chest on so I'm just a little quicker in the beginning and don't waste quite as much of your time. And you can call the world whatever you like. Create new world. So for those of you that haven't watched my videos before, I try to make them as short and to the point and not waste your time. I consider your time critical, and I want you to learn a lot from my videos in a short period of time. You don't have to watch through a whole lot of garbage to get to the good stuff. All right, so let's come up here. I've still got that auto step up on. Sort, shift, click them in. We'll put a couple of things on my bar. And we'll take that with us and those two torches. Okay, now we're going to need some wood. Well, actually, it's not that I need wood right away, but I want saplings. See, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into the mining world as quickly as possible. And I'm going to put my base in the mining world. So I need to bring some saplings with me for the mining world. And so there is no vein miner and there is no fast leaf decay. Cool, there's already a sapling up there. I can see it. Okay. Now, we're going to need some cobble. I'm going to need 20 of them. I'm going to need 8 for a furnace and 12 to cook to make the portal. I'm going to need more cobble after that, but I need 20 to get started. I got 20. Yes, I got more actually. Whoops. I'm not sure if I like that step up yet. So let's make that into planks. Make ourselves a crafting station. Put that down. Make ourselves a furnace. Put that down. Take 12 of these, put them up there to be cooked, and 8 planks. 2 planks cooks 3 times. Okay, that started. So I'm going to need a little bit more cobble right now. And we're going to make ourselves a new pick. Whoops. Quit failing. Okay. We're going to come in here. And I'm already surrounded by mobs. Hold on a sec. Let's... yeah, I don't think anybody's particularly close to me. Okay. Now, in this pack, you cannot smelt or cook wood into charcoal. Not in a regular oven anyways. You've got to use a coke oven to do that. So finding coal in the beginning is very important, and that's what we did. So when we go into the mining world, we might have looked for a little while before we bumped into coal and be doing it in the dark, which would not have been good. So this is coming in really handy that we're getting that. Another thing that we're going to need, and I don't have a particular tool for that yet, is we're going to need a piece of flint. Come on, give me a piece of flint. Don't be stingy now. I might be able to make gravel into flint, I don't know. But I'm going to need gravel anyway. So there we go, a piece of flint. Actually, there's no mobs down here yet. Let's grab a little bit of this iron, because I'm going to go looking for iron very hard. Oh, you know what's over here? Cool. Perfect. 3 of them. Why is that important? Why am I getting excited over this? AE is way off down the road. What about quartz excites me. If I make a pick out of quartz, I can mine diamonds and bauxite and other things that normally wouldn't be available yet. I know there's more iron over there, but I've got to move on. I got to do other things. Okay, because this is already finished. Let's pick up the saplings before they all despawn. See, I don't like the way that bounces around for the video. I don't mind it for me playing the game. I don't like it doing it to you guys. Okay, so one of the first things we're going to need to do we have any extra? No, we don't. I'm going to need 5 of these. Actually, we'll get a little bit extra too. So that I can make tools and things later on. Okay. And we're going to need to make another pick that isn't damaged. I'll put it there because I know it's going to try to pull it. Okay, we're going to make our mining tool. Why does it always pick the damaged one? Because it can't make it with it. Look, see, it's not there. Okay, and we take the cook stuff, we make it into stone bricks. We need 10 of them to make it. Take that with us, and if we make the portal down here, it'll end up underground, and I don't want that, so come up here to make it. I want a couple of dirt just for placing things. So that goes there and there, there and there. Good. Got it. And we need to place the dirt up here. And then across the top. And where's our mining tool? There's our mining tool. Anything else I need from here? What time of day is it? I can't tell. Anything else we need from here before I go? No. Well, yeah. Let's go get that last little bit of iron. Oh, no, this is what I need. I knew I was forgetting something. Because I'm going to spend so much time looking for iron anyways. Other stuff may not be quite as critical, but we're going to need a lot of iron in the beginning and a lot of bauxite. So, oh, there's iron way down there. Oh, bauxite. Hold on. We're not leaving yet. Oh, I've already picked up my... where is it? There. So we'll make our Certus pick. And where did I see the bauxite? Oh boy. What have we got to cross it with? No, I'll come back for that later. To hell with this. This is taking too long. Let's use the tool there. Shift. And away we go. Okay, and this is our mining world. Well, now that we don't have to worry about the night falling on us, I wanted to get out of there before it turned dark. Let's show you a few things about this pack. Now, one of the things, notice how my thing is in the top left-hand corner. Yours is going to start out in a different location, probably in the middle, which you might find annoying. If you want to move it, it's topcfg, and then you can put it wherever you want. I think it starts out there. You can put it at that corner or the other corner, wherever you want it to go. When you've got it where you want it, just hit escape. Okay. Other things you might want to see. We have a little guide here, guidebook. Now this does not have HQM in it, but it does have this, which now it doesn't give the rewards, but it's still, this is more like a guide to give you suggestions on what he's designed the pack, which steps you have to take to get to where you want to go. So you've got all these different ages you're going to work through, and it's quite interesting the way he's done it. So you start out in the Stone Age, and you'll notice that you can't smelt your ores into ingots in a furnace, and you can't smelt wood into charcoal. You need to use the smeltery for your ores and the coke oven for your wood, your charcoal. We already made the mining portal, so you saw how I did that. And then one of the first things you want to do is construct a smeltery. It's not going to double your ores when you use it, but you're going to need it to make any sort of ingots. Bauxite makes aluminum, and eventually it talks about the coke oven as well. So getting started on that. Then once you get into the industrial age, this is where ICQ starts, but then you get into all sorts of fun stuff later on. So I quite like the way he did this. He explains things quite well. He gives you some good hints on direction, which is kind of what HQM did. It sort of, if you kept doing things in order, you started getting things done. But this is a little more explanatory, and I like that. Jaded Cat was very good about that in Agrarian Skies and her other packs. And he's done it quite well here too. We can claim chunks. To do that, first we have to create a team, even though I'm not on a multiplayer. Create team. Notice it says Wilx. The reason my character is named that is I think I created an account way back in alpha with Wilx, and then I forgot the password and had to pick another name. So I've created team Wilx, and then when we go in, we can claim chunks. And so if we claim all the chunks around us here, boom, all these will be chunk loaded. Escape to get out again. Let's show you a few other things. You have the ability to take coal and make it into tiny coal. So normally 8 burns 8 things. This will each burn 1 thing. You can take your tiny coal. Well, actually, sorry, let me show you. Normally, if you take a full-size coal, that you get 4 torches. If you take a tiny coal, you're going to get 2 torches. So you're obviously using a lot less coal to make your torches. However, I haven't worked out the exact amount, but they don't have as much light, so they don't cover as much area. And when I was mining, I discovered I didn't like the tiny torches. I would much rather stick with the full-size torches and just find more coal. Between this episode and the next episode, I'm going to go mining down through, get all my ores. I'm going to get all the stuff I need to make grout. Okay, so I need sand and I need to find my clay, so I'll have to go out and find lots of clay, probably in the overworld. My gravel and sand as well. By the way, that cow scared me. You can get mobs in this world if, well, obviously when you're down mining. See, you can see some on my mini-map right now. Oh, let's talk about the mini-map a second here. We should first off make a portal right here. Not a portal, a waypoint, so that we can always find our way back. We'll call this portal, and it's a bluey green color for this portal, so let's do the same. Nope, a little greener. Okay, that looks good. Okay. Other things that I did, let's see, how does it look? Yeah, pretty close. Other things that I did, if you want to zoom in your mini-map, you press Shift and the equal sign. Zoom out is the minus sign. Get it to where you want so that you can see if the mob's actually coming up on you that way. But wherever you want it, depending on what it is you're trying to do. Other things that I changed in my mini-map. Now I went into Escape, Options, Controls, and for the mini-map, which is J, Journey Map. Yeah, I set the, create waypoint. No, I don't need that. I'll click on that, hit Escape, none. Okay. So switch mini-map presets, I set it to K, just because it was beside the J, which is the normal one for it. And then when I bring up J, Options, my mini-map presets, I put my font scale to 2 so that the fonts are a little bit bigger and I can actually read them. For mini-map presets 2, I disabled the mini-map. So now when I hit K, the mini-map goes away and hides so I can see what I'm doing. Or I hit K again and it comes back. So, I sort of got sidetracked there. I was showing you grout because we're going to need that to we'll cook that up to get our seared bricks for the smeltery. Cook the grout, you get your seared bricks, and then you make all your parts for your smeltery that way. Now, the other way to get seared bricks, if you have even a tiny little smeltery, cobble in it, and it will smelt into seared bricks if you're doing bricks. If you do it in the block form, you get a block that doesn't look the same as the seared, what's seared bricks look like? Seared bricks looks kind of like that, and you get the one that's sort of plainish, like looks kind of like that. So I prefer to always put it into ingots and then make it into blocks afterwards. Okay, so I'm going to do all that in between episodes. I'm going to go out, I'm going to get some rubber trees. I'll throw the location for the rubber trees in the description of the next video, I guess. And I might even throw in locations for some of the clay I find. It doesn't mean it's the only places or even the best places, just where I found the clay. Sand and gravel's all over the place. And I'll do a whole pile of mining, so I've got some ores. I've already made some metals. When we get back, I'll show you my innovative way of making the parts for the coke ovens, and do a bunch of other interesting things for next episode. So that's most of what I want to cover on this episode. I'm going to throw in one other thing at the very end here. My biggest complaint with this pack. I was quite excited about the idea that it had bees in the pack. I really enjoy working with bees. I know a lot of other people find them annoying and don't like them. I really enjoyed them, but it was always, they seemed to be looking for something worthwhile to do. There was always better, easier methods to get the resources than bees in almost every pack. This looked like a pack where they actually could have been useful. But no, Dave Quist has deliberately left out any way to modify traits in bees. Now, I don't mind breeding them up the basic way without the advanced mutatron. That has its own interest to me, even though a lot of people find that really frustrating to breed bees up that way. I don't mind it. But the inability to change traits is a serious problem, as far as I'm concerned, in my opinion. For instance, once you hit a bee that has a fertility of 1, they're really hard to work with in a breeding cycle. Or bees that have really nasty effects that you can't have anywhere near your base. Or bees that have biome requirements that you can't do through equipment, so they can't be anywhere near your base. That just makes bees so frustrating that most people are going to stay away from them, except for things that are gated behind bees. They'll do the basics they have to, but they're not going to bother with bees other than that. Mind you, if you was to put traits in, I think it'd make the game a lot more fun. So, for instance, he can't use Beanie's mods. That's what used to be the original way in forestry to put traits on your bees, was broken out into something called Beanie's mods. But Beanie's mods skipped 10.2. And there was a port brought for 11 point whatever. But the last time there was Beanie's mods, genetics is what it's called, was back in 1.7. So I really wish he'd put in gendistry, even if he disables the Mutatron. I think it'd make the pack way better, but I already asked him about this on Reddit, and he said no. So I guess that covers it for this episode. I hope you learned something. I hope you had some fun. Well, go out there and have some fun now. Hope to see you next time. Thanks.